Hey everybody, welcome back. It is this day. We're talking about... Oh shoot, my tree's not lit. Oh my god, I'm not festive. Hang on. There, that's so much better. Oh my god. I was so embarrassed for a second. Jeez. Okay. Double Special Heroes. That's what we're talking today. Um... Things have gotten weird. Let's just keep it a buck and call it what it is. Stuff has gotten weird. Okay. I guess the bringing backeth of older duos is like it's a thing now, I guess. So I'm gonna operate under the understanding that that is a staple from here on out. So bear with me. It's literally the day that the winter banner is getting announced, so I can't really do any future prediction, but I want to get this out to you guys sooner than later, so that you have time to think about things in your orb expenditure. So this is the remainders. Okay. A lot of reds, fair amount of every other color. They really gotta stop pumping red so hard. Like it's a lot. It's a lot, man. Obviously, 2 4-stars in red, and then 2 summer options, which are both really strong. It's very hit or miss. Sayri is still here. She's Brides. Sigurd, I mean, that's not too terribly surprising. Really, everybody but Ash. Ash feels the most out of place, given that he showed up in March. That was a long time ago. That was so long ago. So that's who we have left. From the upcoming pool of banners we have not touched yet. We're starting with basically the Wind Festival. And then I've also thrown in the next block of banners, that being Winter and New Year, to kind of help you visualize. Because you can see here, we don't really have that many duo harmonized options. There's only 3 on the board currently. Obviously, we're going to get another one with Winter in a matter of like hours or a day. So, we'll have a better idea. But the next one coming up after this double special in December is going to be in February. Okay? So, it's going to be a 2-month stint where we don't have anything. Sonic will definitely be on that one. And then there, presumably, we will have whatever the Winter Duo harmonized unit is this year will be on that February rerun. That seems really early to me. So here's my thought. I think they may start switching double specials to once every 3 months. But I don't know. Or bringing back stuff from within the current 12-month cycle to fill in, because we don't have enough duos and harmonized heroes to keep up with this. Otherwise, you're going to have one debut and then literally show up either a month or 2 away in the double special again, which it's never been that frequent. In addition to, it kind of de-incentivizes you to pull on it when that unit comes out, or you could just wait like 6 to 8 weeks and get it with like a 50-50 rate of getting something else that's really good and limited, because they've never color shared with 4-stars. So at an increased rate, mind you. So it doesn't really make sense for them to do them that frequently back to back. So I don't know what the future state of this looks like. I think 2024 is going to look a little bit different for double special banners. But we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. But for right now, this is what we have to work with, okay? And this is what I think the next one is going to be. So I think we're going to have a case of honestly, very similar to what the October double special was. And I'm actually going to bring that up in a second to kind of help explain some things. But as far as this goes, I think we're gonna have a double 4-star share in red. Okay, I think we're gonna see Sigurd and Sayri in blue. I think green is gonna be absolutely insane with a color share between Harmonized Anna and then also Wind Tribe Claude. And then I think we are going to see Kagero show up alongside a semi-recent, not quite yet a year-old duo in Staff Devotion Elise. Okay. Now, I said that Elise might come back last time, right? If you recall. I had her color sharing with somebody who was on Cullis. Can't remember who it was. But I think that this makes a lot more sense now. And to kind of explain that, we have to jump over to here. So this was the October, right? Shout out to the Fire Emblem Heroes Wiki for making my life a lot easier. This was the October banner, okay? So as you can see, we had a double color share of 4 stars in red. We had a duo and a 5-star in blue. We had a double green hit, right? So this is kind of like the blue scenario this time around. This is kind of like the green scenario this time around. And then colorless is once again in this really awkward spot. So what ended up happening was we got New Year Asker, who at the time was only about 10 months in to being debuted. So less than a year old from, reveal. Color sharing up alongside who was arguably the best unit on the banner, Bride Tiki. Now we did have another duo show up, Thor, in the November one, and Thor is currently the oldest hero to make a duo reappearance on these. So I'm assuming that we're not going to see anything before 2022. So if we kind of go by that logic, there's a couple of options that make sense. We have Lysithea, who is a winter duo, who would make sense, right? I mean, they bumped Thor up in what was basically a summer banner situation, right? The Black Friday thing. Asker was here, but we also did have some New Year representation for first time from Pan. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense if they're going with a theme. Lysithea here is very, 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 very close to being within that threshold of 2022. So, given the theme, given the age, it kind of makes sense. I think that Bride Tiki is a possible option, but I would not bet on it. Mainly because she's so new. When Asker came out, again, it was about a 10-month span. This is like just around 6. So it's considerably shorter amount of time. Plus, again, she was literally over here in October. So, I mean, it is Tiki. They do favor the Tiki, who is the backpack of this particular unit. We did just get, Resplendent Awakening Tiki. So, I don't know. It's a possibility. These are kind of my top 3, right? I don't think the first 2 have as strong a shot as Elise, because Elise kind of fits the bill a little better, mainly because she came out literally a month after Asker. Okay, so she's going to be within a 10-month period, similar to what Asker was in October, right? So I feel pretty good about saying Elise would color share. Plus, I feel like of the options outside of Bride Tiki, she's just a better unit. Like, she's just gonna be a better unit than Winter Lysithea, who is gonna be 2 years old this December. You know what I mean? So I feel as though it makes more sense to have Elise show up alongside Kagero, given what we did end up seeing in October, what we ended up seeing in November, and what seemed to be the arbitrary parameters that are kind of happening in existence so far. Is this good value? I don't know. Usually in the winter months, they tend to try and go for like big value stuff. I think green definitely would be. I think colorless definitely would be. I don't know so much about the other options, but then again, they have the most variability. Green and colorless are basically more locked because you're going to have Anna and Kagero as the next debuting duo units. So I think they'll probably try and placate the fact that a slightly older unit is up alongside one of the debuting duos, that being Kagero, right? But it is Elise who really started the game-changing meta for just staffs in general. So I think that this would be okay. I think this is relatively balanced, but I think there are definitely better colors than others, if that makes sense. So this seems like a good route for them to take. I don't know if it's the best one. I don't know if it's the one they will actually do. But given what we have to work with, this is what I got. It gets really confusing next month. I was trying to come up with a February forecast, and a lot of it hinges on who the duo or harmonized unit for Winter Banner is going to be. And then, you know, it depends on what they're going to do with January banners. Obviously, we're going to have New Year. Are they going to do a second special banner in January where it's a desert? I don't know. But, you know, we're in a bit of a drought for duos and harmonized so far. We will pick up a couple extra ones in January just because we have like 3 special banners happening all within a 4 to 6 week period. But I don't know that it's going to be enough to get us through the rest of the year, especially if they start adding in additional duos and harmonized units from within a year or two back to fill in. It almost seems like they're going to stretch it out even further, which is a little concerning. So I don't know what the timing looks like for double specials in the future, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. This is what I have for you. I hope this helps. If it did, you are welcome. Happy holidays to you. But that's it for now. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back probably tonight, honestly, with the Winter Banner trailer reaction analysis. So until then, I will see you in the next one.